Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my very first Empties video, as you can see. To be quite honest, most of these empties are bath and body related or tools. I have a lot of like brushes and sponges and stuff that I'm throwing away. I have filmed one of these before, but I didn't end up posting it because I just thought it was sort of pointless. And so I pretty much just deleted the footage and then I filmed the pet tag. So if you want to see that, I will link it right up there. A lot of people really seem to like Empties videos, so I thought I would just show you guys my trash really quick. If you don't know what an Empties video is, it is that. I am going to show you my beauty products that I have used up. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So these are the Bedescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. As you can see, I really like this stuff. I use this product in a bunch of different ways. I use it to prep for my makeup, I use it to finish off my makeup, I use it as a toner in my skincare routine. Well, I used to, because these are all gone and it's not really that easy for me to get. You can get these at Ulta, but I don't have an Ulta anywhere near me. I got this big one here on Amazon. It was 12 bucks. This medium-sized one here is 7, and then this little baby one, and then this little baby here I got on Amazon for 5. Did I get this on Amazon or did I get this at Ulta? I don't really know. A lot of people that I hear love this have dry skin, which I could totally understand why someone with dry skin might like this, but I have oily skin and I love it. This I've just mentioned recently, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. This is my facial cleanser. This is the Philosophy Purity Made Simple One-Step Facial Cleanser. I get these big kahunas off of QVC. They're a little expensive, a little bit. They're a little expensive. But this is the cleanser that I've used to wash my face since middle school, probably. But I recently spoke about this in my January favorites video, so I will link that right up there if you want to watch that. If you want to see why I love this, then go ahead and watch that video. But this huge tub, if you were wondering, it took me about 8 months to finish this. And I do use this twice a day, every single day. And I use that with a Konjac sponge. This one has been through the ringer, so I'm throwing it away. Konjac sponge is what I use to wash my face. It's hard, you run it underwater and it gets soft, and you just use it to wash your face. And you should definitely throw these out every so often because they can start to get kind of gross and bacteria ridden. So this one is by the brand Beauty Elite Tools, or Elite Beauty Tools. This is the oil-free eye makeup remover by Neutrogena. And this is basically what I use to remove my eye makeup, like stubborn mascara or eyeliner. Sometimes I even use this to remove my liquid lipsticks. It's just a basic eye makeup remover. I feel like everyone uses this, so that's that. This is another skincare item. I do have a little bit left in here and I will finish this. This is the Clean and Clear Essentials Deep Cleaning Astringent Salicylic Acid Acne Medication. It says treats and helps prevent pimples. This is so gross, but basically I use this after I pop my pimples. If you don't know, I have cystic acne. It's like on another level. I'm sure you can see it through my foundation. But I basically use this to clean out those problem areas after I'm done messing with them. Ew, I know. Okay, moving on. This is the SoftSoap Juicy Pomegranate and Mango Infusions Moisturizing Body Wash. I am not one who has like a holy grail body wash and I've stuck to that. I pretty much get a different one every time I go to the store. But I like to get moisturizing ones, mostly because my husband has dry skin. He says that when his skin gets dry, it itches. I have oily skin, so I don't know what that's like. This stuff smells fantastic. This one also has little beads in it, so it feels like it's almost exfoliating as you're washing, but it says with moisture beads. Oh, here's another body wash I went through. This is the Caress Tahitian Renewal Pomegranate Seeds and Coconut Milk Essence Exfoliating Body Wash. This one also smells fantastic. These two are pretty similar. I just think that this one is more expensive, so I get the cheap stuff. I honestly like the smell of this one better. As you can tell, I like exfoliating body washes. I just like to be smooth, so. I went through my bubble bath. This is my original Bubble, Mr. Bubble Bubble Bath. Pediatrician and dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic and tear-free. I like to use this in my bubble baths. I always use a different bubble bath, to be honest. I take baths very often. I love baths. But I like to get this one. It's for kids, but I like to get it because it's cheap. I like the Bath & Body Works bubble washes and stuff, but those things are like 16 bucks and this is like 3 or something, so. All right, let's go through really quickly some of the tools and sponges and stuff I'm throwing away. This is a Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. This is pretty much all I use to put on my foundation. And this one, its time has come, so I'm throwing it away. This is a blending sponge from the brand e.l.f. and I could not stand this. I used it once to test it out for the first time in a video, and that video was such a disaster that I never edited it or posted it or anything. It was only about $5, so it's not a huge waste of money, but it's just too hard. It's not like... I used to have a candle jar similar to this one back here, an empty one, filled with like small brushes, like Kabuki brushes. And I was cleaning out my vanity one day and I realized that I never ever touched those brushes. So I'm gonna throw them all away. This brush right here has been in existence since I was probably, I wanna say like 13 years old. I feel like that's pushing it, but I was really young. Any Bare Minerals product that I have in my collection was probably passed down to me by my mother. Bare Minerals is my mom's favorite makeup brand and she has so much stuff from them, so she just passes stuff along to me. This is what I used to put on my makeup when I was in high school. This is what I used. This is old and it's probably never been washed, and it's time has come. It's time has come. Another Kabuki brush. This one is by Avon, and this one is not that old. I don't really use Kabuki brushes. I don't know. I don't like Kabuki brushes. So this one is in pretty good condition, so I'll probably pass this along to a friend. This is a little Clinique brush, and I have no idea where this came from. I have several little brushes that came in like drugstore products. These are all Milani brushes that came in their blushes, and I've never touched them, so I'm throwing them away. Same with these, like these are little like, I'm pretty sure these came in a blush. Would you use this to put on your blush? I don't think I can use this to put on my blush, so we're just gonna throw those away. There's a little brush there with a little eyeshadow sponge on the other side. I'm gonna get rid of that. There's a bunch of them. This one came in a palette by Milani. This one is actually not that bad. I think I might save this one or pass it along. I'm gonna get rid of my eyelash curlers. I think that these came from the brand NYC, I think, or Revlon. I've just had these for a while and they're starting to get grimy, and I never washed these while I was using them, so I'm just gonna get rid of them because I already have a new pair that I wash regularly. I went through my all-time favorite eye primer. This is an eye primer that you cannot get, so this is a total tease. I got this in my kit for school, so it's like a student grade eye primer that I was using when I was going to school to be a makeup artist. And this is, I still use this in a dark shade. So there was a light, a medium, and a dark, and I went through the light one, so I'm using the medium one. It's incredible. I think they're similar to like MAC paint pots, but I've never tried one of those before, so I can't tell you exactly. I went through the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer in the shade Sheer. This is a pretty stinking decent eye primer for the price. I think this is $1, so you can't really go wrong. I went through a couple of my favorite spot concealing concealers. These are the Revlon PhotoReady concealers. These are both in the shade Fair. This is my favorite concealer to use to spot conceal. It's a stick concealer, but it's creamy and it has a lot of coverage. Now, recently I have been using the Wet n Wild stick concealer because I repurchased this time and time again, and apparently I never paid attention to the freaking price. These are like over $10. That seems a little expensive to me. Does anybody else feel that way? It's like a little freaking stick concealer, and with someone with skin like mine, I have a lot to cover, so I go through these things pretty stinking quickly, and $10 is too expensive. So I've been using the Wet n Wild one, and I don't love it as much as I love these. I went through a Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in the shade 15 Fair, which is too dark for my under eye, but I use a white lightener underneath there. This is my favorite under eye concealer. I haven't really tried that many, but this is my favorite because it's relatively inexpensive. It's from the drugstore. It's nice and creamy and it blends out beautifully. It does crease, so you gotta set it with a powder, but what concealer do you not have to set with a powder? I've gone through way more than just one of these. I don't know where they all went, but I go through these like water. I went through a couple of setting sprays. These are interchangeable in my opinion. I think the Maybelline one is cheaper, but these are identical. I need to compare the ingredients because they smell exactly the same. They look exactly the same. The packaging looks identical, and I don't notice my makeup lasting longer with one versus the other, if that makes sense. They work exactly the same, they look the same, they smell the same, they're the same. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. Longest name ever. And this is a very sad empty. If you saw my purple cut crease makeup tutorial that I did, I mentioned this in that video, but I heard Rachel Leary, I believe, say that this is being discontinued. Did anybody else hear that this is being discontinued? I will cry if this is being discontinued, and I will go to the store and buy like 15 to have on hand at all times. This is the NYC liquid eyeliner. The name is completely rubbed off. This is in the shade Extreme Black. This is like $2. And it's black as night, and it's matte, matte, matte. It's got a brush tip, and it's amazing. I don't know why they would discontinue it. That's just what I heard. I don't know if it's being discontinued or what the deal is, but I heard that it is, and I will be so sad. All right, so that's it. Do you guys see what I mean? This seems so boring to me. Do you guys like looking at my trash? Let me know if I should continue to do these, because I feel like they're kind of boring. So that completes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos of mine, and I will see you next time. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Stay. Ah, that's not staying.